Hey everybody, I have a challenge for you. And when you complete this challenge, if you do it right, it's going to help you to be able to tap into more energy, to understand how to create more energy when you need it. And it's also going to show you how you can be more successful at accomplishing your goals and daily tasks more effectively and efficiently. Okay? But before we do the challenge, we got to set a baseline. So basically, we have to have a path that you want to be on. I call it a path or a baseline. What I mean by that is you need to know who you want to be. And I don't mean the big fundamental question of who am I, but something as simple as I want to be kind. I want to be grateful. I want to be patient. Just something simple like that. All the way up to, I know specifically everything I want to be in my future in my life. You can be as detailed as you want, but it only needs to be one or two or three things that you can think about yourself that you want to be. So it's basically reminding yourself who you want to be each day. So for example, here's what I would say about myself. I always want to be passionate. I want to be purposeful. I want to be grateful, empathetic of others. I want to be adventurous. Simple things like that, right? I want to be healthy. So simple words. Now, the reason I want you to come up with this baseline, this path, is because that's who you want to be. Those are things that are important to you, right? That's how you want to act and how you want to approach life's challenges and goals, accomplishments. So if you have that baseline, then when something happens and triggers you or a problem comes up in life, you'll recognize, ooh, I'm not on my baseline. I'm not on my path. I'm not being who I want to be. I don't want to be in this negative mindset. And that will help you be able to get back to where you want to be. That's very important for what we're going to do with this task. It's important for life overall, right? That simple thing can change your life. If you just say, I want to be kind and patient every day, and then every time you feel hurried, rushed, or like you're being judgmental of someone, you go, ooh, I don't want to be that way. I'm kind and patient. It's like a mantra. It puts you right back where you want to be. So it's important because you always want to be able to say, hey, I don't want to feed energy into this. So that's what today's challenge is. I'm going to teach you a little bit about energy, give you a challenge so you can see how this will work for you over the week. I know so many people are going through a lot of stress from the past year, just life in general, and we get depressed, we get down. It's like a lot of times we're trying to find where can I get energy from to keep going. I have so many things going on. And a lot of times it's because we're putting our energy in the wrong place or not where we want it. So it taps our energy a lot. And that's what I want to talk about today. So here's the thing. We got our baseline. I know who I want to be, like how I want to react to the world or how I want to feel. So that way I can recognize when I'm off. So here's the challenge. What we do with energy, where you put your energy, where you focus your energy is where it grows, right? So that's how your energy gets tapped. We don't realize a lot of times that we put our energy into things that we don't want or we put it into something negative. And here's why it happens and how you can solve it. So what happens is something triggers us. Boom, like I'm going along in my day and I'm being passionate, purposeful, and grateful, and I feel good. And all of a sudden, boom, something happens to me negative. Now it's normal and it's totally fine. It's validated for you to get upset. Like a friend shows up and yells at you and starts calling you names and saying things hurtful to you. It's normal to get angry, to get frustrated, to be hurt, and to inside want to lash out or like, I want to tell you something, I'm going to correct you, I got to do these things, etc. I got to fight back, right? But what good's that going to do? Now, most importantly, that doesn't keep me on my path. That doesn't keep me on the baseline I just said I wanted to be on of being passionate, purposeful, and compassionate, and grateful, and empathetic. That takes me off the path. So what I have to learn to do is, instead of reacting, instead of taking my energy that I'm feeling inside, because now I've got a lot of energy, right? That event created even more energy in me. So now I want to take even more energy and I want to attack with anger. That's not who I want to be. I want to take all that energy and I want to be able to step back a second and choose what I want to do with it. And this is where things transform in your life. If you can start training yourself to do this, and it just takes practice. But you start becoming the observer. So when things happen in life, when they trigger you, right? When a problem shows up, a challenge, an obstacle, and it triggers you, what you want to be able to do is step back and be able to become the observer and say, okay, whoa, I was on my path going along and this happened, and now I feel really angry. Now I feel upset. I want to do these things and say these things, and I'm telling myself this stuff. And you have to be able to learn to recognize it and say, okay, that's one option. That's one way things could be done. I'm going to set that option down right here on the table, and I'm going to come up with 2 or 3 other options of how things could be done. And then I'm going to look over those options and say, okay, which one of those is the healthiest for me? Which will bring me the most success and happiness and prosperity? Which one matches that baseline, that path that I was talking about being on earlier, right? Because when you know who you want to be, or at least some things that are important to you to be, like to be grateful, to be kind, to be patient, etc., then you can say, I'm not being that, or I need to get back there. And you can say, hey, I'm going to slow down and give myself the chance to make a good decision. And especially when something's not something I planned on or something that was on my path, I'm going to take an extra moment to make a good decision and figure it out, right? We have to not react in the moment. It's tough, but you have to train yourself to know that, look, first of all, it comes with the understanding that, guess what? Life is going to have challenges all the time. Problems almost every day, challenges all the time. Things, that it's just life, but we have to embrace it. It's funny, somewhere along the line, we all either adopted this belief or created this reality we believe where things are supposed to be a certain way. They're all supposed to go smooth and work great. And unfortunately, I think we all realize that's not how it works. Life is challenging and has challenges. That doesn't have to be a negative thing. It just needs to be that's how it is. And so in order to be the most successful, what you want to do is, and by successful, I mean like healthy, peace of mind, whatever success is to you, but most importantly, healthy and happy. So in order to do that, you want to spend time being who you want to be, and you want to be able to do healthy things for yourself. And one of those is recognizing when life is pulling you off and not allowing that trip, that stumble, that obstacle to make you behave or make a decision that's going to cost you later, and it's something that you wouldn't really do if you had a moment to think. So that's the first part, okay? So the second part of this, what I want you to pay attention to is, when we create a framework for ourselves, a reality, when we tell ourselves a story, like, we tell ourselves like, the world's just tough right now. This is how men are, this is how women are, this is how marriage is, this is how politics are, this is, the world's like this, we're cursed. And we create this framework. What we do is we create blocks. We don't realize it, but what we do is we close off parts of the world to ourselves. We close opportunities and we create limits. Why even try have a relationship if everybody's a liar or a cheater, right? If you can't trust anyone, then why ever have a business or do business with anyone? We don't realize it, but we start to create these blocks where energy can't flow. If you think about being totally open, like when you say let go, if you're just at peace with yourself and you just feel kind and love and compassion and peace, and you're just open to everything, then there's a lot of energy that flows in and out, and there's a lot of opportunity. But as you build walls and say, this isn't right, this can't be like this is how this is, I can't do this, these people don't do that, you'll never have this on it, and we generalize limitations, we block off the energy that can flow to us. And a lot of times we don't realize the things we have. We tell ourselves like, it's so hard to make money anymore, the economy is terrible, I can't do this. Like, we just start saying things, we don't realize that that's actually blocking that energy flow. It's like, it's kind of like you're wanting something to come to you, like I want prosperity, but I keep saying my belief is there's no way to have it, or I can't have it, or I don't deserve it, or it's just impossible to do it anymore. And then we're working our butts off to try to get to something we've told ourselves that it's impossible to have. So I want to challenge you this week, okay? And again, this is going to help you get more power, more energy. Well, it is power, but more energy, how to know to tap into your energy and help you get better on accomplishing the things you want in your life. I mean, number one, when you put your energy into something you enjoy and you take it away from investing in negativity, when you invest in negativity, it's been proven that it's like 10 times more energy it takes to deal with negativity and problems. It wears you down. Like when you're depressed, you sink, right? And so if you can notice it and stop so you don't make that investment of energy, you're not going to have your tank tapped as easily. And then what you're going to do is you're going to be able to put that energy into something that you really want, something you're inspired about, something you're curious about and excited to do, right? Motivated. And that will help you have more energy. That positive energy creates more energy. And then you're accomplishing things you want in your life. So you're getting ahead. So awesome. So try this out this week. And also just pay attention to maybe the framework of where you might be limiting yourself. Things you're telling yourself where you're blocking energy from flowing. Saying, I'm not available to have love because all relationships are like this. All men are like this. All women are like this. And therefore you're blocking the love and the opportunities that could be coming to you. Maybe in business you're saying, the economy's so terrible right now, nobody needs my services. There's just not enough people, or no one's doing business right now. Everybody's still at home in the pandemic and locked up. Whatever you're doing, pay attention if you're not getting the result you want. See where there's anything that's negative, anything that tells you can't have something, and challenge yourself to say, that's one way, how's another? And choose the one that gives you the best opportunity for success. All right? I hope this helped everybody. If you have any questions about this, you're interested in anything about with energy or need help with kind of getting on your path, go to my website or check on my link here, and you can go to schedule a free consultation with me. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Remember, as always, extraordinary is only a thought away.